Western Oval for the clash between Footscray and the high-flying Roos. Unlike most clubs, North have shown a liking for the Western Oval. In fact, they've won their last 3 games there. Today's game may just tell us how strong they'll be in '93. AFL today. Now let's journey out to the Western Oval. First up, it was a very big day for the Allison family. Tom Allison played 106 games for North Melbourne, and today his son was going to run out on the ground for his 100th game. That is a fine achievement and the first combination at North to do exactly that. The Dogs, well, the records were against them, even though it was on their home turf. They hadn't beaten North Melbourne at the Western Oval since 1987. It was a great game of football. Let's have a look at some of the highlights of the first half.
Towards half forward, Grant in front this time, does well. It was a strong mark.
That's the value of being able to take the ball out in front.
Poor kick. She hit the North player on the back. Delray gets it back. West, great goal. Big punch comes from behind. Archer goes to Fairley. Good hand pass to Rock. North on off and running here. Kicked by Rock with the breeze. Carey at the back, a big chance. Goal to Carey. Throws it up there. A little bit of rain, wouldn't have thought that much. Reynolds takes the mark inside 50.
It's proving too strong for Archer, particularly overhead.
Delray with the sit. Great mark.
They must stay on the football.
Bulldogs in front by a point.
Very high kick. It goes down towards half forward. Carey the big leap, got hands to it. Oh, down went Rock. It comes to Roberts. 52 metres out, long goal.
Atkins on the run to full forward. Martin hands to it. Comes to Reynolds. Off he goes. Stanfield shoots for goal and kicks it. Well, Liberatore came back brilliantly. Schwass on the boundary line. Centering kick. Mansfield punches. McAdam. What a goal!
Stevens inside the 50. Campbell body to body with Longmire. Roberts with dash. McAdam open goal beckons. He pops it through.
Underneath that one, Grant. Good pick up one hand. Back to Reynolds. 70 metres out. Pass to the 50. Stanfield. Tackler Schwass. Delray in the pocket. Shrugs Martin. Round the corner for a great goal. Been dragged off that. Comes to Scholl. High ball to the centre of the ground. Carey outnumbered. Comes to Romero. Gets the hand pass away. Wow, brilliant play by German to Carey. Carey inside the 50. Goes for goal. There's not much breeze. He's made it. Longmire another chance. Dishes it back to Allison. Off his left boot. McAdam kicks the goal. He's got 3.
Plays on to Tui, close to the boundary line. Tui drives it around the outer side. Grant is there, fisted away by Scholl, who's tightened considerably and doing well now. German, an important link in this term, pulls it back inside the 50. Carey again. What a gutsy mark that was. This will make it difficult for the Sprays to get back from here. Carey's kick is true. 10-3 to 5-3.
North players keep their feet. Martin, support by Allison, but the hand pass went behind him. Grant recovered. Back to Kellett. Chance for a goal. 55 metres out. Kellett goes long. Delray shepherds a goal.
Over the top, Smith got a fist on it. Liberatore couldn't control it. Stevens has it now. Down towards half forward. Carey battling there with Stanfield. On his knees, Romero shovels it out to Stevens, to Allison, who runs inside the 50. His kicking has been wayward, but not this time.
Off to Rock. The kick to the 50. Carey pushed into it and marks. Well, he doesn't need any help. 8 marks to Carey, and we're 4 minutes from half-time. Long kick. Longmire in the goal square. He punches down. Great play. Roberts! Oh, what a goal! Boundary throw, another chance for North. Ashenko clean possession. Longmire in the goal square. Longmire on his own.
Couple of very easy ones for North Melbourne in that first half. A big second quarter. They booted 6 goals, 13-5, 83, leading Footscray 8-5, 53. Spare a thought, won't you, for Adrian McAdam. In 3 weeks, he's gone 7, 10 and 3 to half-time. He must be wondering about this AFL and just how it's so easy. Well, let's go to the third quarter at the Western Oval, and I can promise you this was one of the toughest quarters of football you'll ever see.
Start of the second half of the Western Oval. Footscray trailing by 5 goals. North Melbourne quite outstanding in the first half, led by their skipper Wayne Carey. Rucks go at it and falls at their feet. Wine's got it, dragged off the kick, goes nowhere. Quill didn't have the ball. He'll get the free kick. Quill's hand pass, a little untidy, as was the reception by Tui, who eventually kicks it down towards half forward. Reynolds the flyer. Liberatore dragged off it. Didn't have it, says the umpire. Advantage won't be paid this time. It'll come back. That's fair enough too. The players had stopped for the whistle.
Well, Footscray certainly need a lift from their on ballers. Tony Liberatore only 9 possessions today. He's been well held by Clarkson.
Goes out wide. Good kick too. Reynolds finding some space outside the 50. Keenan Reynolds goes for distance. Grant will fly from behind. Very good mark. He started well, then Scholl came back very strongly and got the upper hand in that duel. But now Grant starting the third term very well.
Yes, once again taking the front position, which leaves him open to the big fly from behind. The theory says that's the case, but I still like to see players knowing where their men are, having a hand on them so they can lay back on them and prevent them taking that jump, using you as an elevator.
Grant gets his second goal. Much needed by the Bulldogs. 9-5 to 13-5.
Yes, young Grant kicked one quick one in the first quarter, right at the start of the game, and has been reasonably quiet since. Craig Scholl has done a very good job on him. But Footscray need a lift all over the ground, and it's up to their senior players or their champion players, of which Grant comes into that category, to lead the way.
Back in the middle, and actually Clarkson gets the tap out for North. Romero, a hurried little kick, clears the centre square. Carey charges at them, leaps in the air, back to Clarkson, off to Schwass. Long kick to the goal square. Longmire with the sit. Well, what perfect footy. A long bomb from the middle when you're playing with the breeze, and the full forward takes a mark overhead.
Yes, well, it's been the spot to be today. Behind, full forwards and half forwards have been marking consistently from behind. Importantly, that kick was a long one because Longmire was behind.
Kicking for number 3. Restores the 5-goal lead.
Wind, and Ashenko will go at it again. Ashenko coming off the longer run, but he starts earlier. Ball goes back over his head. He did pretty well, put it into the path of Schwass, but Atkins got in the road, gets the kick towards half forward fairly. Unfavourable bounce, but he went back and found it well. Gets it to Smith. Ashenko in front, claims the mark. Schwass cruising by again. He ran a long way, Schwass. He kicks it long. Longmire is up, got hands to it. McAdam behind, across the line. Behind. Well, Schwass ran the best part of 25 metres through the middle. There are lines there to help the umpires. Campbell short to Tui. This is Hunter.
Kick by Hunter to Atkins, short of centre wing. Stevens climbs on him. Darcy takes it out. Goal each to start the third quarter. Ashenko and Wine. Wine slightly winning the ruck duels. Gives off a little hand pass to Cameron. Up to centre half forward. Smith. Courageous mark. They were charging at him from behind. The kick by Smith to centre half forward. Carey once again. That is mark number 10 to Wayne Carey. What a display in the air. A 60-metre kick to Longmire. Campbell got a glove to it. Schwass can't keep it in. Throw in the forward pocket.
Well, he's just been incredibly powerful at centre half forward, Carey. Reminding me of a raging bull. Just been too strong for a number of opponents.
Boundary throw in. Roberts in front, flicks it behind. Hunter back towards half-back. Here's Rock, who's been very busy. Goes short looking for Laidley. Laidley has it about 60 metres out from goal. Moves it on quickly. Probing kick down towards Longmire. Wine got a fist on it. Angles it out of bounds. Throw in the rightful forward pocket.
Bit of a mismatch up in the North Melbourne forward line. Anthony Rock, who's been a pretty good player, is being picked up by Darcy. He's about 5 inches taller than him and perhaps won't be able to go with him on the ground.
One down by Wine. Hunter goes off the deck back towards centre half back. Carey back to goal. Gets it across to Schwass. Schwass goes back to Carey. Carey standing start. It wobbles down towards the pocket. Longmire couldn't control it. It goes out of bounds.
Poor skills there from Wayne Schwass. Put his man under pressure, Carey, because his handball went to ground, and that's just not good enough when a player of his ability is under no pressure.
Another chance here for North. Laidley to the back. Schwass with great endeavour. Rock. High tackle on Schwass. Free kick right in front.
Well, I was critical of his handball not so long ago, but he has been the best player on the ground in this second half. Had a pretty good first half. From the wing as a loose man in the second quarter. Went forward, was responsible for some goals. Has given great drive out of the centre so far this quarter.
18 disposals. Number 19 should be a goal. This could be a killer quarter for North.
Yes, the big problem today, Footscray has been on the ball. Atkins has been very quiet, well held by Stevens. Liberatore also quiet. Leon Cameron only 7 possessions in the first half and only 2 to date. North Melbourne dominating around the centre.
Margin out to 37 points then. There's the time remaining. Ashenko gets it down. Liberatore at the ruckman's feet, swings it out wide. Kollenhoek marks between the wing and half forward. Footscray need to get a move on. He kicks for space. Kill it. It's going to be 50 metres. That's right. It's going to Kollenhoek. So he comes well within range now. I was watching Kellett running on down the ground. I didn't see what that was for. Obviously somebody tracking across the mark.
Well, Allison is questioning the decision. He doesn't know what it was for. I know you're a favourite of this rule, Dennis, but it just begs a question. Is it too severe?
Well, Kollenhoek doesn't think so. He kicks and kicks truly. 10-5, 15-6.
Started on interchange today, Kollenhoek. Hasn't had a great season. 3 kicks to date. Importantly, one of them's a goal for Footscray. He's the sort of player that can just kill you in 5 minutes, Steve Kollenhoek, if he gets his act together. Can kick 3 goals in a minute. Very elusive half forward.
Rock and McPherson off the ball are headbutting each other like raging bulls. Ball up, Wine wins it. Good pick up by Fairley. Allison with a bit of space. Back he goes to Smith. They're giving support from the half-back line. Punched down by Hawkins. Taken by Archer. A high ball. Won't make it. Longmire one out with Campbell. McAdam, well done. Left foot snap. Whew. Across the face for a behind. But he's brought great skills with him from South Alice Springs. They were the Roos and they played in the blue and whites of North Melbourne.
15-7 to 10-5. There's Campbell. Virtually straight up the middle. It drifts towards the outer side. Wine is the target. Ashenko over the top. This is Laidley from half forward. Pulls it back. Longmire in best position. Came hard at that one. Has taken the mark about 30 metres out, almost directly in front. Rock and McPherson don't like each other.
Well, Longmire is a far better player when he's on the burst. And this has been going on all day. The tag is trying to upset each other.
Longmire kicks his 4th.
Well, the Footscray guys have just got to get their mind back on the job because they need the football. And Anthony Rock is rightly pointing out to Steve McPherson the scoreboard and getting plenty of support in the outer. And here we go again.
So the umpire decides I'll leave it to the emergency and I'll just bounce the ball in the middle. Down goes McPherson, holding the ball.
Just a great tackle, Drew, wasn't it?
Not a great day for McPherson. He's in all the fights going on, but he's had only 10 possessions. Stevens, one of the best tacklers in the league. Long ball. Wind in front, can't take the mark. Stanfield had a chance. Longmire for his third of the quarter. Just offline. It's his first miss. 4 goals, 1 to John Longmire. 33 goals, 16 for the year.
There's Campbell. Round a buzz. There's the emergency umpire. Well, they're not allowed to wrestle these days, so headbutting is becoming the norm. As Campbell boots it towards the outer side, wind in from the side. Couldn't hang on to the mark. This is Romero. North working at Fort best they can. Kellett went off the ground. Liberatore close to the boundary line. Over the top, Stevens. It's still in play now. It's not. Darcy attacked by Stevens there across the boundary line, but North get a free kick. Stevens will get it. Out his side. Just outside the 50. Yes, he's done a job very well. Centering kick. Wind is favoured by that kick, and Mark's about 25 metres out from his own defensive goal. Feeds Cameron, who's been very quiet. Here's Toohey playing his 250th. Up from the back pocket. Kicks in short. Ill-directed. German. Full-chested. Takes the mark. 104 to 65. North in front. There for real. Ashenko. The big man.
He has been revitalised since coming to North Melbourne.
Finished third in North's best and fairest last season. And this afternoon has had the better of Scott Wine.
Well, speaking of revitalisation, the last time these two sides played, Footscray was 24-8 to North Melbourne 16-9. It looks like being a reversal at the Western Oval today.
Alex doesn't kick too many goals. And that's why, I guess. Out of bounds on the full in the left full forward pocket.
Yep, that's true. Footscray won both the games against North last year, but would you believe North have won their last 3 games at the Western Oval? And today looked like making it 4 in a row. And no team in the league could boast a record like that.
15-year plays. Most of them couldn't boast 3 wins at Footscray.
Wrestling between the ruckmen. Toohey goes down. No whistle. Schwass a little boot to it. Big, ugly milling pack here. Ball spills out of Schwass after a fierce tackle by Toohey.
Yes, and Anthony Rock got plenty for his corner too off Steve McPherson and his tackle. Just gave him a little bit of interest as well.
Throw a blanket over about 20 players here for the ball up. 40 metres from goal, North in attack. Schwass, defensive side of the pack. Pulled up his kick. Yes, free kick to Darcy. Advantage played. Atkins. No, it's coming back to Darcy for the tackle.
I think Footscray are really trying their best at the present time. They're going in vigorously. They're applying tackles. They're trying to stir up North Melbourne. But North are just answering every challenge.
Unflappable. Brown not happy that advantage wasn't paid, but you can't pay advantage in that sort of congestion. Off hands. Hurried kick by Smith. Back towards half forward. Hawkins racing at that one. What a collision. Hawkins and Rock. Hawkins is hurt, and he went in search of that collision. Well, look at this. This is virtually developing into a street fight at the present time. These players are seeking each other out. There's Hawkins, who ran on aggressively, and Rock collected him.
Yes, you called it correctly, Dennis. Rock did have the bumper bar up looking for protection, but only because Doug Hawkins was seeking a collision. And I think Footscray have lost their focus at the present time. It's on the man, and here you see it. Well done, Rock, to take that one. Down goes Dougie.
The ball was 10 metres behind Hawkins. So a throw in. Hawkins very slow to recover. He may be coming off, I don't know.
Well, there's no doubt it's been a set plan from Footscray trying to soften up North Melbourne, but they are unstoppable at the present time. And down goes Atkins behind play.
Must get a free. Atkins up to towards the wing, kicks it towards half forward. Grant, almost a spectacular mark. Quick thinking by Reynolds, got a boot on that one. Collinook now, 40 metres out. Dragged down, well done by Smith. Scholl comes away. Allison on the outer side.
Bit of space down the outer side. Kicked by Allison. Charging at it, Archer. Longmire leads from full forward. In that direction, the kick. Down goes Ashenko. Punched out by Campbell, but doesn't clear the area. Schwartz kicked everything but the ball. Campbell, then Schwartz smothers. Well done, Wayne Schwartz. Could get one for in the back. Nothing doing. Rock. Terrific play by Schwartz and Rock. And if North win the game, it's the tough stuff that the little blokes have done, not to mention the marking of Carey, which will get them over the line.
This is grand final stuff, isn't it? It's being played at fever pitch. Footscray are throwing everything at the opposition. Hawkins out of defence. Great mark in front by Atkins. And probably should get 50. He couldn't have been the instigator of that. He was in front taking the mark. And the umpire not paying 50.
The first premise of football, Dennis, is though to be aggressive at the football. And I'm not sure if that's where Footscray are directing their attention at the minute.
Atkins towards the wing. The leaper was Smith. Schwartz left it behind that time. Look out. Atkins got it to Grant. Quill goes over the top, and this is Tui. This place is pulsating at the moment. Delray, almost a spectacular mark. Laidley slipped over. Eyes only for the football. He's a tough customer. He boots it out wide. Kellett goes back. Still Kellett. Nicely done. Time the release to perfection. Cameron goes in short in turn. Collinook has it. At left half forward. Pops it over the top. Quill has run on. And he's marked this one on the 50. Never thought about going on, didn't he?
Must move the ball on quickly. Footscray had the run. Delray was one out in the square.
It's been a savage term, this one. Quill, indecisive. Roberts is coming off the ground. Meantime, the kick comes in towards the kick-off line. Roberts got a fist on it. Down goes Scholl. Managed to boot on that one somehow. Reynolds, Grant running out of space and time.
Robert Pyman onto the ground for North Melbourne, going into a forward pocket, half-forward roll. Bernard Tui has picked him up.
Well, some of the toughest football has come in the last 5 minutes, and you don't often see it with 39 points the margin. Reynolds gets it down. Collingwood pulled off his kick. Stevens across the ground, a bit of danger. Delray leads Martin in the race, but the ball will win.
Well, I think it's fair to say that both sides are really facing a terrifically hard month in the next 4 weeks, I guess it is. Carlton, St Kilda, Hawthorn, Adelaide is the contract for Footscray. So they don't want to go in there with a loss.
Punch down to the front. Archer doing well. Will take a free kick. The free kicks are in favour of Footscray, 21-14. Ninth disposal for Archer from half-back up towards the centre of the ground. Pyman just on the ground gives away a free kick.
Tui to take it alongside the centre circle. 16-8 to 10-5. As Drew said, they're not playing that way at the moment. I think the scores were level, and that's credit, of course, to Footscray. But North steady. German to Pyman. Former South Australian up from right half back. Goes for distance. A telling kick too down towards half forward. Carey, spectacular leap, couldn't hang on. Romero, quick kick inside the 50. Longmire comes up the ground to meet it. Takes a deflection. Hawkins read it nicely. Hunter from half back towards midfield. Smith, well, he certainly got rid of his marksman Collinook. It was body to body. He gave a push. The ball was pretty close when he did that. Laidley inside the 50. They're queuing up down there. Hawkins was in front. Wine comes away with it. This is West, forward of half back. Wrong foot's Allison. Has a bounce. Kicks towards half forward. Quill from behind, outnumbered. Falls to Smith. Quick hands. German over the top. Clarkson. Oh, that was superb.
Kick by Alistair Clarkson to centre half forward. At the back, Archer, no mark. Darcy goes back. Hawkins has recovered from that knock. Oh, they've bobbled it. Here's McAdam. His left footer to 40 metres out, and Archer's marked. Cameron had a chance to clear the area. The fumble was very costly.
Well, Archer started in the back line on Keenan Reynolds. Really did get a bit of a pasting. However, he's since shifted forward and has looked a much better player in this quarter.
16-8, plays 10 goals, 5. It's been only 3 goals to 2 this quarter. North with the breeze. And now it's 4 goals to 2.
Today's game is part of the Carlton and United Breweries 1993 AFL Premiership season.
A testing third quarter for North Melbourne, and they came through it with flying colours. That set up their win, and they were very satisfied. 22-9, 141. McAdam, well, the dream continues, doesn't it? He booted 6. Johnny Longmire booted 4. Footscray at the crossroads, 17-8, 110 going down at home. And the Bulldogs, Danny Delray was their best contributor. He booted 4, but it'll be interesting to see what Scotty Palmer has to say. I'm sure Dennis Pagan feels that perhaps the club proved a point today.